Hi, my name is Ron Weaver from Local 558, Sheffield, Alabama, and you're watching IBEW-power.com.
Hello, I'm Matthew Walton. Large companies or organizations, regardless of the business they're in, are always making claims to differentiate themselves in the marketplace. New and improved, less calories, more miles per gallon. All are strategies to get the customer to give that product a try. Live up to the claim, and you may have a new customer for life. Fail, and that customer is probably gone for good. Our industry is no different. That is why the IBEW rolled out the Code of Excellence. We're telling the world we're the best electricians. We are the best investment you will ever make on your job. The International produced a video presentation featuring President Ed Hill that is available to owners far and wide, saying the Code of Excellence is our guarantee. Give us a shot. Basically, he is using his position to sell our services in terms any customer will understand. To those who may say talk is cheap, let's take the Code of Excellence out of the lab and see how it's measuring up on a real job in the real world. And what job is it? This is the Prairie State Energy Campus in Marissa, Illinois. It is the largest power plant under construction in North America. And when it's fully operational, it will also be one of the cleanest coal-fired power plants in the country, serving more than 2 million homes in 8 states. With an investment like this, you could say the stakes were high. When the decision was made to use the code, it was based on this.
I'm sure we can agree that the best employees are the ones who bring talent and productivity every day to the workplace. That's exactly what the IBEW offers you, our customer. We call it the Code of Excellence, and it's our promise to you that we will bring the most skilled and the hardest working electricians to your job site.
This is Michael Rother. He represents Prairie State Generating Company, otherwise known as the owner. If anyone is going to know how the job is going, it is him.
The Code of Excellence brings characteristics that we need, and that's good ethics, good attitude, good workmanship, and that's all laid out in this Code of Excellence. We've got good workers. The workers are good, but this kind of puts it all in perspective, and for us as an owner.
The productivity claims the IBEW makes via the Code of Excellence certainly comes into play when you consider the enormity of this job. 1,200 miles of cable installed. That's enough to stretch from St. Louis to Miami. 146 miles of conduit. 18 miles of cable tray. 165 pieces of power distribution equipment. 10,200 light fixtures, and almost 250,000 cable terminations. That's a lot of work. That's a lot of coordination and execution. The concept of painstaking teamwork between craftsmen and contractor is laid out in writing in the Code of Excellence.
The Code of Excellence represents a renewed call to personal responsibility and professionalism, and it's actually an agreement between labor and the contractor.
With the amount of work going on at Prairie State, there was no room for finger pointing or excuses. Here's some remarks from the front lines of the job.
When we heard about the Code of Excellence, we understood, this is a perfect way to have each of us define our roles and responsibility, our commitment to each other, so jointly we can be successful. Because we all want to be successful, so sometimes it's just finding the right kind of tools and processes and procedures to allow that to happen, and the Code of Excellence is one of those very important things that does define how we can work together to be successful.
It holds both of us accountable. It ensures that we get mutual respect from one another. We all work together in a partnership, and that's very important for both of us.
We hold ourselves accountable to making those kinds of changes, and not that everything is your fault. We own as much of the corrective actions as you do in the performance of your work.
With the Code of Excellence, when an issue come up, whether it was on the labor side or the company side, it was easy just to go remind them that, hey, this is a Code of Excellence project. We need to work together and get things done for the customer.
The Prairie State power plant job is so big, it had 750 IBEW brothers and sisters from 135 locals working on it. Our members come from all walks of life. Every one of them is unique in their own way, but there is one common value that binds them all. President Hill talks about it in the Code of Excellence presentation.
The ability we have and the pride that we take in our craftsmanship has been passed down through the generations. It's as old as electricity itself.
IBEW pride, fact or fiction?
What we saw was the kinds of performance that we hoped that the Code of Excellence would generate, a belief that safety, quality, productivity, the three legs of a stool to every successful project would be there. And we started to see trends. And those trends are telling us that not only is the Code of Excellence making a difference, but the actual belief that the workers have, that their work ethic, their pride in their workmanship is demonstrated every day.
The professionalism, the work conduct, and giving the contractor for what they pay us for.
The numbers are just astronomical on a job this size, and for it to go this well is just a tribute to the IBEW, a tribute to the travelers that have been here, most of all to our local 702.
The IBEW electricians have performed exceptionally well on the project. Since they've come together under the Code of Excellence, we have improved our safety. Our quality has been less than 0.5% rework per total job hours spent on the project. Productivity has been exceptional, and we have managed to make all schedules and commitments as far as milestones and turnover deadlines.
The feedback that we have had, not only from the customer, from the contractor, and from the men in the field actually doing the work on a daily basis, has been nothing but positive.
Took time to get out here, which I did, and it's like, this is probably one of the best jobs I've ever worked on in my life,
When President Hill makes our Code of Excellence corporate pitch, he talks about productivity, responsibility, safety, and pride. But his final thoughts couldn't be more simple or direct.
We're applying for the job. We won't let you down.
If you got a safe job, you're going to have a productive job. And then the end result, you're going to have a successful job. And that's what this whole Code of Excellence does. It brings all those characteristics together, and the total value is successful outcome, and owners like us we're very pleased.
The IBEW Code of Excellence, where marketing claims measure up to reality. The Prairie State Energy Campus is just one example, and there are plenty more where that came from. I'm Matthew Walton. So long.